Are you aware about the new criminal laws?
Yes, ma'am. I have studied little bit, but not elaborately. I have studied.
Can you tell me 5 things which are there in Bharatiya Nyaya Sanhita which were not there in IPC, Indian Penal Code?
And there are some addition of new offenses like organized crime, petty organized crime, and the change in the sedition law also, and the form of punishment as community service is also added.
So now there are total how many punishments in Bharatiya Nyaya Sanhita?
There will be 6.
And IPC?
IPC there was 5.
There has always been 5 in IPC.
No, there were 6. Then transportation for life was excluded.
Right.
Yes, please.
Good afternoon.
Please sit.
So Naveen Kumar, right?
Yes, ma'am.
Naveen, can you first tell something about yourself which is not here in this?
I belong from village Banwala, Sirsa, Haryana, and I did my graduation from Delhi University, and then I pursued my LLM from Jaipur School of Law.
Okay. And achievements, work experience, कुछ भी नहीं लिखा आपने?
No, ma'am, I don't have any work experience.
And achievements?
As in
Anything,
specific-
academic, co-curricular, extracurricular?
No, ma'am.
Okay. You have mentioned cricket as your interest,
Yes, ma'am.
right? So, recently, which cricket tournament was won by India?
T20 World Cup was won by against Australia. Ma'am.
Okay. And what's the size of a cricket pitch?
22 yards.
Okay. And what kind of ball is used in T20 World Cup?
Kokobora, I think. Ma'am.
That's correct. Absolutely correct. Are you aware about the new criminal laws?
Yes, ma'am. I have studied little bit, but not elaborately. I have studied.
Can you tell me 5 things which are there in Bharatiya Nyaya Sanhita which were not there in IPC, Indian Penal Code?
And there are some addition of new offenses like organized crime, petty organized crime, and the change in the sedition law also, and the form of punishment as community service is also added.
So now there are total how many punishments in Bharatiya Nyaya Sanhita?
There will be 6.
And IPC?
IPC there was 5.
There has always been 5 in IPC.
No, there were 6. Then transportation for life was excluded.
Right. Are you aware about the recent SC/ST reservation case, that Supreme Court judgment that came in? Are you aware about that?
Yes, ma'am.
Do you think that case is an example of judicial overreach, or you can say judicial activism?
No, ma'am.
Have you read that case?
Not elaborately, but yes, I have studied that through
So there was a point in that where Supreme Court Judge Justice B.R. Gavai, he said that we should create the concept of creamy layer for STs and SCs also, even though that was not a matter of issue in front of the Supreme Court. So isn't this a matter of judicial overreach?
Ma'am, this is just an opinion because there was no matter in issue, so it is not a binding precedent. So it will not be called as judicial overreach.
But almost all the judges agreed with it, and they said that the concept of reservation is failing unless you identify a creamy layer in SCs and STs also. That's not just an opinion, right? They were practically directing the government that this is something that should be implemented.
No, ma'am, there was not a direction like, because this is not ratio decidendi. This is just an opinion. It is up to the government that whether it would follow or not.
Okay. Who's the ruling party currently in Haryana?
Ma'am, there is no ruling party currently because model code of conduct has been applied.
Okay. Before model code of conduct, who was the ruling party?
Bharatiya Janata Party.
Opposition?
Indian National Congress.
And current CM candidate from Haryana?
Nayab Saini, sir.
Is he the CM candidate for the upcoming elections also?
No.
That's what I'm asking. For the upcoming election, who is the CM candidate?
No one has announced.
It's not been announced. Okay. Who was the former CM of Haryana?
Manohar Lal Khattar ji.
And do you know the ministry that he's handling currently as a member of parliament?
Yes, ma'am. Ministry of Power.
Sure.
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. What is the current sanctioned strength of judges of Punjab and Haryana High Court?
Sorry, ma'am. I don't know.
Okay. My last question is, can you please explain the difference between clause, subclause, and subsection.
Ma'am, clause is genus, and then subclause will be the species.
Okay.
There will be section, then there will be subsection, and then will be clause, and then will be subclause, ma'am.
Okay. Thank you.
What's the topic for your dissertation?
An analytical study of protection of life and liberty.
Analytical study. So how you analyze it?
I have followed the course of course of development of right to life and personal liberty by the Supreme Court decisions.
For analytical study, you have supposed to have a 1 point. So what's the point for analytical? What's point for your analytical study?
The main issue was how the right to life and and personal liberty is related to each other.
Right to life and personal liberties relating to each other. And what's your finding?
Sir, they are the interesting part of each other. One cannot be dissected and seen as a distinctive.
They are complementary for each other.
Yes, sir.
Okay. Any relevant case laws for the same for this purpose?
Maneka Gandhi versus Union of India.
Any other?
Sorry, sir, I'm not able to recall.
What's your opinion about A.K. Gopalan versus Union of India?
Sir, they have given a flat or little interpretation of Article 21, and that was changed in the Maneka Gandhi versus Union of
Is it
India.
Menka Gandhi or Maneka Gandhi?
Sir, I think Maneka Gandhi.
Are you sure?
No, sir, I'm not sure.
So apart from, what's your favorite subject in your graduation?
Indian Evidence Act, sir.
Indian Evidence Act. Who teach you? Who teach you this subject?
Uh,
You are completing your graduation from University of Allahabad. In which year?
Allahabad.
University of Delhi.
Yes, sir.
From in which year you complete your course?
2020.
2020. Okay. Any other subject apart from evidence?
Code of Criminal Procedure, sir.
Code of Criminal Procedure. Okay. So basically, criminal laws is your favorite subject.
Yes, sir.
Is there any specific provision mentioned in the BNS, Bharatiya Nyaya Samhita, for the protection of right of women?
Yes, sir. There are special provisions. Even in the Bharatiya Nyaya Samhita, they have clubbed all the offences related to the women in one chapter.
Okay. So what's the specific thing about it?
Sorry, sir. I'm not aware.
Okay.
So, Naveen,
Yes, sir.
so which was your college in graduation?
Deshbandhu College, sir.
Deshbandhu.
Yes, sir.
It is in North Campus?
No, sir.
South
South.
Campus.
Yes.
And BSc General or any specific?
Physics honors.
Okay, Physics Honors.
Yes, sir.
And LLB from
Law Center 2, sir.
LC2 batch,
2020 pass out, sir.
which means 17 to 20.
I was got year back in second year. So
16
it was
to 20, that
16 to
means.
20.
So we are batchmate basically, right? So tell me certain things. First is you mentioned that there was earlier an punishment under IPC which was transportation for life.
Yes, sir.
What does it mean? What was this punishment?
Sir, it was taking the person from here and putting in Anman jail.
Kala Pani.
Yes, sir, Kalapani.
Right, chalo. And who is the Chief Justice of Punjab and Haryana High Court?
Honorable Mr. Seal Nagu.
Tell me what is Jamabandi?
Sir, Jamabandi is a record of rights of an agricultural property.
Good. And what is the Jimny order? Have you heard about
No,
it?
no, sir, I am not.
So have you heard about Aprajita bill?
Yes, sir.
What is it?
The bill regarding the enhancement of punishment about heinous offences of against women like rape, and they have enhanced the punishment to death penalty when rape is committed in such a manner that it either led to the death of the victim or led her to in vegetative state.
And they have done it. Who?
Accused
No, you are saying that they have enhanced the punishment.
West Bengal.
So we have elections in Haryana.
Yes, sir.
So who conducts these elections? The Election Commission of India or the State Election
Election Commission of India, sir.
And what does the State Election Commission do?
Panchayat election and municipalities.
elections. Who is the Election Commissioner, Chief Election Commissioner of India?
Sorry, sir, I am unable to recall.
Who is the chairperson of HPSC?
Mr. Lok Verma, sir.
Alok Verma. Right. So today is Constitution Day of Fiji. Have you heard about Fiji? It is a country.
It is a country, sir. Yes.
So do we have also a national constitution day in India also?
Yes, sir.
When?
26th of November.
November. Why November?
Because, sir, it was the date of when we adopted constitution.
We adopted. Right. So today an article came in the newspaper. It says that it is not the prerogative of the Chief Justice of the High Court to consider the elevation of judicial officers to the High Court judges. So my question is, whose prerogative this is? Who decide whether a judicial officer should be elevated to the High Court as a High Court judge?
Sir, it will be decided by the collegium.
By the collegium,
Yes, sir.
not by the Chief Justice alone.
No, sir.
So have you read this news today?
No, sir. I have not read.
So do you know something about Hindu calendar and Hindu months?
Sir, not.
So for example, right now, which month according to Hindu calendar is going on?
Sorry, sir. I am not aware of it.
Chaturdashi. Today is Chaturthi, right?
Yes, sir.
So do you have certain idea about Chaturthi, Panchami and Shashti?
Yes, sir. It will be the fourth day of the month.
Of the month.
Yes, sir.
So and what is the 18th day of the month? After 14 the cycle again.
Yes.
So how do you divide that?
Then it will be Sukal
Right.
fourth and something Chandrama fourth. I think.
So there are two Paksh,
Yes, sir.
Shukla Paksh and Krishna Paksh.
Yes, sir.
What is a precept?
Sir, precept is an order issued to the court in which the person who is seeking execution will be going to file their execution petition. Till the time he file their application, that property should not be taken away.
Who issues this order?
It will be the executing court or decree court.
It will be the decree court,
Yes.
right? Because executing court will be that court where you will go and file your execution, right?
Thank you, sir.
What is the compromise decree?
Sir, compromise decree is when the party enters into the compromise and then court consent to it. Then the decree will be passed, will be compromise decree.
Is it appealable?
No, sir.
It is not. You said that your favorite subject is evidence.
Yes, sir.
What is the difference between mark and exhibit?
Sir, exhibit is the document which is the submitted original in the court, whereas mark will be the document where the photocopy of the document is submitted.
So is there any evidentiary, the difference in evidentiary value of these documents? The marked documents and exhibited documents? Perfect.
Yes, sir.
Stages of examination.
Sir, firstly it will be the examination in chief, then there will be cross examination, and then it will be re-examination.
So, who is doing examination in chief?
The party who have invited the witness.
What is fact and issue?
Sir, fact in issue, the main issue upon which the right and right liability or extent or nature of that liability will be dependent.
And who decides the fact and issue?
Court, sir.
On what basis?
On the basis of the pleadings before it.
What do you mean by pleading?
It will be plaint, written statement, replication and rejoinders.
What is replication?
So replication is the reply filed by the plaintiff of what additional fact has been pleaded by the defendant in written statement.
If the defendant filed the written statement, he added 2 more points. Then the plaintiff have filed the
Replication.
in replication. The plaintiff have right to file a new issues or raise a new questions.
No, sir. Only if it relate to the fact which is related to the reply to the written statement, only that will be the part of the replication.
What is retracted confession?
Once a confession is made by the accused, then at later stage he says that I did not made that confession, or I had made that confession by the involuntary. That would mean the retracted confession.
Okay, let's draw one situation. In the stage of investigation, a witness X
Yes.
give the information to police कि I am the eyewitness and that crime is committed on 1st of July 2024. But on the later stage, in the front of magistrate, he said कि I am the eyewitness, but that crime is not committed on 1st of July, that is committed on 3rd of July 2024.
Yes, sir.
And you are sitting as a judicial magistrate. So what is your opinion and what?
Sir, we will look according to the circumstances.
So these are the circumstances कि eyewitness of a particular situation in the investigation stage giving the statement to a police
Yes, sir.
कि this incident happened on the 1st of July 2024.
Yes, sir.
But later on in the inquiry or the trial stage in front of magistrate, he said that this incident is not on 1st of July, that happened on 3rd of July.
Yes, sir.
Then what you will do as a judicial magistrate?
Sorry, sir, I am not aware of this.
If a person is standing in front of you and he want to shoot you, he have a pistol, then what you do at that time?
I have right to private defense, sir.
So on this circumstances, you cause the death of other person.
Yes, sir, I can. The maximum death can be caused in that situation, sir.
Okay.
Hello Naveen, how are you?
I'm good.
Can you give me an example that creates a difference between introductory fact and explanatory fact? Just one example for both the facts.
Explanatory, ma'am. It will be like that. I have a person has done a crime, and then he left the scene, and then the fact that the urgency of his leaving, if proved by any other fact, that will be the explanatory fact.
And introductory,
Sorry, ma'am, I am unable to recall any example.
that's okay. Is there any specific judge in Supreme Court who stands out for you? If yes, then why?
Honorable Mr. Suryakant Justice, maybe.
Reason?
As he belonged from the Haryana, and he has come from that socio-economic dynamics, so that I can relate.
Can you recall a few of his judgments also?
No, I'm not.
Okay, no problem. Can you tell me a few milestones in law and landmark cases that are important for the rights of LGBTQ?
Navtej Singh Johar versus Union of India, K.S. Puttaswamy versus Union of India, and then Supriyo versus Union of India.
What was the ruling in the Supriyo versus Union of India?
It was regarding the right to marry of same sex, which was denied, but in that the honorable judges have recognized the discrimination done against the LGBT community, and it has directed the center to examine on this issue and resolve this issue.
Recently, there was some development also that was done by the government. Are you aware about that?
Ma'am, in the course of the medical,
Very recently, government passed a direction about certain rights. Are you aware about the same?
no, ma'am.
What are your personal opinions on this particular issue?
Regarding, ma'am, please.
Supriyo versus Union of India, or in general, how the situation is in India regarding LGBTQ rights?
Ma'am, this has recognized the discrimination against them, and it has directed the central government to look into this issue and resolve any discrimination against them. So this is the right step, and in the dissenting judgment, the Honorable CJI D.Y. Chandrachud has said that the right to association should be given to them. So it is a progressive judgment as far as regarding
But they did
these
not
rights.
get the right to marry, right?
Yes, ma'am.
So,
Because it is a matter of legislative wisdom.
okay. But what is your personal opinion, personal take on that?
Ma'am, I also stand by the decision of the Supreme Court.
Okay. Last question. How would you handle a situation where your personal belief conflicts with law?
Ma'am, we are governed by the rule of law, so obviously I have to give a back opinion to my personal belief, and I will go for the rule of law.
Okay.
I have just a last question.
Yes, ma'am.
Sir asked you about Aparajita bill,
Yes,
right? You have read about it?
Ma'am, I have just read it in newspaper.
ठीक है,
not in
I'll
detail.
tell you something about it. So the bill says that if A commits rape on a certain woman and that woman dies, like in Nirbhaya case, or that woman goes into vegetative state, like Aruna Shahbag case, so they have said that the person will mandatorily get death penalty. There's no other provision of lesser punishment being made, right? Versus if you look at it in the central law, that is Bharatiya Nyaya Sanhita, it says that if a man does a similar act, so the minimum punishment is 20 years rigorous. It can be life imprisonment, it can be death penalty also. So basically this Aparajita bill is taking the discretion away from the judges. They will have to give mandatory death penalty. Do you think that is constitutionally valid?
No, ma'am. As per the recent case laws, we can see that section 303 of IPC was held unconstitutional on this ground, that
Which case?
Mithu Singh versus State of Punjab.
And what was 303?
It was regarding the mandatorily death sentence provided to the person who was already convicted of a murder, and again he convicts on
Commits murder.
the murder.
So this law can be constitutionally challenged.
Yes, ma'am.
Thank you.